Hello, my beautiful Virgos. I hope you all are doing amazing. Today I'm going to be tapping into the energies of those of you that are currently not in communication with your person. So, as per usual, I will be starting off with an oracle and we can just clarify the existing energies with tarot. Alrighty. So your first card here is victim. So I wonder if, someone here has a victim mentality. Of course, you're going to know your situation better than I will. But I do feel like there could be a sense of like a blame game going on, like a back and forth, or a bit of resistance, or a push and pull energy, essentially. Bottom of the deck, growth. Yeah. So, for some of you, the issue here was there was a lack of progress. So, what you brought up to this person, what you wanted to work on, what you wanted to alter, you feel like your person was ultimately dismissing what you were telling them. Okay. But I just feel like if there was some sort of misunderstanding, maybe there's this energy of you feeling that your person is not seeing things from your perspective at this time, right? Maybe you feel like it's more so about feeling that you're keeping your emotions bottled up and you're not really getting the opportunity to share your emotions. Okay, so we have completion here, and bottom of the deck, perfection. Some of you feel like you had to close out this cycle here because it just wasn't meeting your standards. It's not like it, because it's almost giving me the energy of like the Eight of Cups, like walking away from something or someone but having a hard time emotionally detaching. And because it's in the mutual energies, it seems that both of you are very focused on this separation or what led to this separation. But there's also this energy of a party here who is not necessarily taking accountability for their actions. So again, some of you feel like your person is pointing out what you did wrong, but they're not really realizing what they did wrong. Or someone who's, again, not taking accountability for their actions here, and it's rubbing you the wrong way, or it's making you feel like essentially you have no choice but turn your back towards the situation for now. Wisdom. So we have two cards of the heart chakra here. So I do feel that, emotions are being misunderstood right now, or emotionally you are feeling this person does not understand, your perspective, where you're coming from. But I do feel like there's some sort of clarity that you've gained. So whether you feel like you understand this person's true colors, and so now you're not really trying to paint a different picture. There's something that is, I'm getting the word acceptance. So it could be that you are accepting the reality of an issue. You're accepting this connection for what it is. But essentially, guys, this clarity feels like there's some sort of difficult energy attached to it. And it could be that it's not so easy to process, or you feel like you're not being heard. Because I feel like on your end, your emotions are bottled up, and maybe, you feel this way because you're kind of thinking, okay, as much as I want to tell you how I feel, I don't feel like you will understand, or I feel like it's going to be a pointless conversation. You know what I mean, Virgo? Yeah, wishing there was more balance in this connection here. There's definitely an imbalance because one person seems to, be doing like the understanding, and the other person seems to just kind of be dishing out how they feel. But there's one party here who definitely feels misunderstood. Bottom of the deck, the lovers. So this person could be up in their mind about the fact that they failed to make a decision, right? The lovers could be someone who was very scatterbrained, right? Someone who was telling you a lot of things, not really able to clearly communicate what they desired. And again, the Two of Cups is behind that. So it talks about emotions. It talks about, mutual emotions, but also someone who feels a very close, bond with you. Now, this person could have been at a crossroads as you met them or as this connection was developing. And you, again, like generic example, if you wanted something more here, you felt your person was not meeting you halfway, right? Some of you felt very strung along. Four of Wands talks about wanting some sort of reconciliation, talks about, a reconciliation, or furthermore, like a marriage. So it doesn't mean you have to be married to this person, but this is something that your person is, wanting right now with that Two of Cups and Four of Wands. Essentially, the first step here is coming together, closing this emotional distance or this emotional gap that's taking place between the both of you. Two of Pentacles, clarifying victim. So I feel like the person who was failing to make a decision, or the person that was either juggling between two options, whether it be two people, a person and another energy, you know, that sort of thing, that's the same person who was in a victim mentality. They feel like things are happening to them, right? You know, again, guys, you're going to know your story better than I will, but I do feel like with that Two of Pentacles energy, if you feel like your person was indecisive, that's something that's heavily weighing on their mind. You know, someone who now wants to have success with you, but I keep seeing cards of indecision, or cards of like someone not being able to decide between two things, or clearly decide what they want and communicate that to you. And in turn, it could, you know, kind of just make you feel confused, or it can make you feel like, hey, what am I doing here? Ace of Wands. So as you're wanting to complete this cycle, or as this person feels like your back is turned towards a situation, they're wanting some sort of new beginning. You know, some of you, you know, this is very specific, but your question maybe is like, are we just attracted to each other through like passion, or like, are we just passionate about each other, or are we actually in love to the point of actually being in a commitment here? I do see that there's love, because the Two of Cups, you can't really beat that energy when it comes up in a love reading, because it talks about very strong emotions. But the way this person portrays their self is the reason why you question them, is the reason why that question may come to your mind. Because this is someone who's very passionate about you, and they like to have fun, and they like to have a good time. But you feel that when it comes to stability, they shy away from talking about that, or they shy away from talking about, you know, like commitment and, you know, the deeper conversations here. So the fact that this person is only okay with conversing about things on a topical level, it raises a lot of suspicion, or more than suspicion, it may just raise a lot of questions for you. You know what I mean, Virgo? Yeah, the Tower. You felt like things needed to, you know, come crashing down, or you felt like the separation was absolutely necessary in order for you guys to move to the next step here, in order for your person to realize the reality of things. One person here could have been having a hard time seeing past illusions. They were kind of in a fantasy world. Four of Swords. Healing. That's what you're doing right now. You know, this person genuinely feels like you're doing better off without them, or you are taking this separation in a better manner than they are. It doesn't make it true, Virgo. It could just be that you're doing a good job at keeping your emotions intact. Like you and I, for a second, Virgo, like some of you are in that mood where you're like, what's the point of me showing you how I feel if you're just going to take advantage of it, or if it's not going to be reciprocated here, right? Like you feel like when you express yourself to this person either uses it as leverage, or they don't take you as seriously as you take them. So with that Four of Swords, you're like, you know what? While I'm healing, I'm not going to really give you a reaction. Because for some of you, you know that that's exactly what your person wants, like a reaction out of you. And the fact that you're not giving them attention right now is really bothering them. Four of Wands and the Sun. Yeah, genuinely wanting to be, you know, in a happier space with you. But behind that is the Four of Pentacles. It's someone who's still operating from ego or pride. It's someone who feels like they're in a place in their life where they're not able to reach out, or they're like, if it's not lacking stability, like quite literally, it's a mentality of lack. It could be something that's going on in their mind. Either way, the Four of Pentacles does talk about holding back, but it also talks about holding on. So maybe what's frustrating to you right now, Virgo, is the fact that this person is like tugging on your energy, and you can feel it, but you feel that they're not really doing anything about it. So you're kind of like, you know, the emotions are becoming very overwhelming. Like I keep thinking about this person, I keep going in circles, but like, why is there no practical effort here? You want your person to understand your perspective and understand your emotions. And more than that, you know, with the first card being Two of Pentacles, what you're mainly concerned about is the practical effort, because the Pentacles talk about, you know, something tangible, or like I said, something in the practical realm. So what you want is for this person to clearly decide what they want. You're tired of the confusion. You're tired of the mind games. What's the Two of Pentacles? Eight of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. If this person continues to, or I should say if this connection continues to be in a very complacent level, and if you feel like your person is more so trapped in their mind, you are going to choose to be, living in your singlehood here, or just being on your own for a while. Nine of Pentacles is a beautiful energy. I feel like there's a lot that is coming in for you, or maybe right now you feel like, I really have positive changes in my life. Your career could be doing great. There's something that's progressing for you that is making you feel very fulfilled. But then when you think about this situation, or for some of you digging deeper, when you think about your love life, you feel very let down. Because you're like, okay, I should be happy. I have all this money coming in, or I have, my creative endeavors working for me. I'm cherished by many, but why does this person not understand me? And the reason why it bothers you is that Two of Cups energy. It's someone you love, right? It's someone that you've had high hopes for. Okay, Virgo. And with Eight of Swords, some of you feel like you're way too stressed, or like this situation stresses you out and it's starting to become like you feel unhealthy about it. Like in a sense of like, this is a toxic pattern, or it's affecting me on a mental level. So there's something here about you wanting to, kind of go your separate ways here, or you want to, release yourself from this situation if this person continues to juggle. Because when they juggle and they don't make a decision here, it stresses you out, and for some time in the past, you could have been in an energy of questioning, what am I doing wrong, right? Until you realized, okay, I'm not the problem. I'm not doing anything wrong. You're just not realizing my value. And that's the part that could have hurt more. And it's not to say this person doesn't have emotions for you, but you're paying attention to their actions, right? You're a Virgo, you're an earth sign, you're very grounded. So as much as there's emotions there, you're like, okay, but what do you want me to do with the emotions if you're not really doing anything, if you're not really putting forward the practical effort? Like, then what do the emotions really mean, right? So it's like, again, practicality is playing a large role here is what I see. You're trying to look at the reality of the issue. Empress at the bottom of the deck, Nine of Cups. You genuinely make this person very happy. They see a lot of growth here. But they also know that right now it's their job to fix things. You know why? Because the Empress doesn't get off their throne. They know their worth. So as much as it hurts you, as much as you're bothered by it, you're still in that Four of Swords energy. Like, hey, I'm trying to heal from this, but then you're also in your Empress energy. But I'm not going to be the one to fix things. You may feel very drained because in the past you feel like you had to be the one to pretty much fix everything. So you're at a point where you're like, yeah, I'm not doing that. If you want to do this, you need to show me. This is not about telling. This is not about hinting anything to you. This is about showing you. Heavy emphasis on you wanting this person to be more action-oriented. Okay, Virgo, Ace of Wands. Page of Wands. You're on the receiving end of something, right? So this is a positive news, because with the Ace of Wands, if this person reaches out, or if there were to be communication, your person feels like they would be the one to reach out, because the Page of Wands talks about you receiving something. So this could also be a message here. So let's see. There could be an age gap here, or here's what I see, guys. Like, there's so much passion, there's so much emotion, but then when it comes to that Pentacle energy, which essentially talks about doing something about it, that's the department that seems to be lacking here in one way or another. But that's what matters the most here, because it's almost like you feel you don't want to hold on to like you don't want to be in a fantasy land, or you don't want to just fantasize about the emotions and feel the emotions. You want a real commitment. You're like, okay, I love you, you love me, let's do something about it, right? Why are we not in a commitment then? Like, it's a very realistic approach that I'm getting from you. And the more that this person stresses you out, or the more that there is this energy of indecision, it's turning you off from the situation. It's making you feel like you're better off on your own. It's making you feel like, you know what, I don't want to do this then. You have emotions for this person, but you also know you have a head on your shoulders, right, Virgo? And you're not willing to be toyed with. I see you in a very if you continue to stress me out, and what stresses you out is indecision, this person not deciding or clearly communicating what they want, you may be choosing to, be on your own here. Again, Eight of Pentacles, wanting this person to put forth the effort, or the Ten of Wands. You're going to feel very burdened. You're going to feel like things are one-sided, and it's going to lead to what you have as your second card, completion. You wanting to close out the cycle. Four of Swords, or let's clarify the Page of Wands first, since the pages in the deck are messengers. So what do they want to tell you? I feel like this person views you as someone who's detaching, and they know that what stresses you out is their lack of decision. But it's someone who's not really thinking when it comes to like the practical steps. They're more so like thinking about their emotions and feeling their emotions at this time. And they're more focused on the fact that they're not receiving any sort of a reaction from you, any sort of attention from you. And this right here may be the issue. The fact that you feel like, yeah, this person always waits for some sort of hint from me or some sort of, attention from me or for me to take the lead, but I'm tired of doing that. I want to see something from your end, right? What's the Four of Swords? Sorry, Page of Wands. The Lovers, and yeah, I can't make it up, guys. There's a big decision at hand that your person needs to make here, okay? And they're thinking about this decision. So when they communicate to you, I will say that they will communicate to you. It could be passionate. It could be, coming, rushing in because they miss you, but you will still give them an ultimatum, or you will know that they need to make a decision, because there's no way that you're going to converse with this person if they still choose to go back to the past energy of juggling. What's the Lovers? Three of Swords, yeah, very torn. So if this person chose someone else over you or another situation over you, they're torn. Or if they did not make a decision at all and it caused you to walk away because you were like, hey, I'm not going to be strung along, that hurts them as well. Like the lack of decision. Four of Swords. Seven of Pentacles. Can't make it up, guys. Then we have the Empress and the Nine of Cups, which we've seen earlier. You make this person genuinely happy, and what they're thinking about right now is, well, they're analyzing the connection, right? First and foremost, in this period of separation. They're focusing on what worked, and they're trying to utilize what did work in the past in order to pursue something new. Empress, Nine of Cups. They feel like they can no longer deny how happy you make them. So if this person were to reach out, what they would communicate to you is that they want a sense of growth here. But with the Nine of Cups, it would start off with like an emotional confession, or how much they miss you, or how much, things have, like, it's something to do with their emotions with the Nine of Cups. It's essentially like, you make me so happy. Like, I dislike when I can't talk to you every day and that sort of thing. But what they're hoping for is the Empress, like growth. They don't want to view you as a missed opportunity. I see this person wanting to put forth the effort, but first I see them being focused on this decision or lack of decision, depending on your situation here. Okay. So my beautiful Virgos, that is what I'm getting for you this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.